Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be reviewing the Caves and Cliffs Part 1 update. So I want to explore it and see everything that's in it. So let's get started. First of all, we have the ores. They've changed some of the ores around. They've kind of given them a bit of a new texture, made them look a bit more realistic. You can tell the iron ore and the gold ore looks completely different. Here we have the raw blocks of gold, iron and copper, and you make these by using the raw ingots. So if you get a raw ingot of copper, gold and iron, obviously, you can make these blocks which look quite cool. Next thing we have is copper. So there are 4 types of copper. The block of copper, the exposed copper, the weathered copper, and the oxidized copper. And this is the copper. When you place it down, it goes through all these 4 stages and gives your builds a bit of time in them and makes them kind of last longer, and you can see the history inside your builds, which makes it look super cool. And then we have the same thing just in like a chiseled effect, cut copper, and then the same thing in stairs. Then here we have all of the same stages of this copper, but it's waxed, which means I think that it doesn't deteriorate, like it doesn't go through the stages, it just stays how it is. So that's kind of cool, and you can also get that in the cut versions and the stairs and stuff. Moving on, the next thing we have is some amethyst. So we have lots of different shards of amethyst here, like clusters, large, medium, but we also just have the normal block of amethyst, and then we have the budding amethyst. This one grows little buds on the side of it, as you can see, and it makes a cool noise when you break it and place it again. Then over here we have something that was added for the cliffs, and this is some powdered snow, and you don't get this in like a block form, you get it in a bucket and it turns into a block. And then once you do that and you go in, you will start getting like little snowflakes on the side of your screen. And then if you go into F5, you start shaking, you get very cold and you start shaking because you're that cold, which I think is quite cool. Then they also added candles, which are quite cool. So if you get a candle and you place it down, this is probably my favourite feature to the game. And then you get a flint and steel and you light the candle, it will start glowing and flickering. So it looks like that, and then you can set it to light up, which I think is really cool, and it's a cool feature to the game. Right, then over here is kind of what I would say is the garden section. So we have some moss carpet, which is kind of cool, and some small drip leaf. And this you can only put in water, but I still love it. I think it's super cool. And then here we have the big drip leaf, and if you stand on it for too long, it will break. So you can kind of do like parkour in it and stuff, and it's a cool block. And then we have the block of the moss block, which looks super cool, and you could use it as like a grass. So we had the flowering azalea leaf, and this is like your normal leaves, but it's got so many flowers in it, it will be beautiful to decorate your house with, because the normal leaves are very bland, and this one has a lot of colour in it, which I really like. And then over here we have the spore blossom, and this you can only put upside down, so it looks kind of cool and it's very colourful. Then here we have a hanging root, which looks cool. I mean, I can't see myself using this much, maybe in like outside builds, but I don't think I'd use it too much. Then over here we have all the different types of slates. So we have the normal slate, a cobbled one, polished, bricks, cracked bricks, tiles, cracked tiles and chiseled. And then we have a few walls and stairs and slabs, but not many, like not all of them, just a few of them have that. Here we have some glow lynching, and this you use lights up overnight, so you could put it on pathways or on your builds and it would look super cool, and I think it would add kind of a spooky, cool, creepy vibe to it, which would be nice. And then here we have glow item frames which glow in the dark. We have the tough block, which looks a bit like gravel. We have the dripstone block, which looks a bit like soul sand, calcite. These are very cool, and I think you're going to be finding them underground in the caves. If I get a sign and I dye it, and then get a glow ink sac, what you're going to do is you're going to obviously type on the sign, and you're going to dye it yellow or whatever colour you want to dye it, and it's quite faded and you can't see it, so then you click the ink sac on it, which is right click, and it comes light and bright, and in the dark you can see it. And I think this is a cool addition because sometimes it doesn't stand out, the text, and it's hard to read, and this just makes it way better. There's also a new food called glowberries. We also have glowberries, which are super cool, and they grow on like kind of vines like this. And I mean, they look cool, but even for decoration, like not just for food, they're so cool. This is the glow squid. It has lots of particles coming out of it, and it's very blue and glowing, I guess. So I think this is a cool design for it, and I like the colour and everything, and it stands out from the normal squid, which is also good. Then we have the spyglass. This is super cool because you can just look everywhere and you don't need to use Optifine or anything. But I found out a new thing today when I was just messing around with all this stuff. What you can do is if you click F1, which obviously takes away your hotbar, if you zoom in, you don't get that black effect. So if I do it without, you have tons of black rim and everything. But if you do F1, you can just zoom in on anything. And also you get a cool animation on, so you hold it and then it goes up to your eye, which is kind of cool. I like that. And then it makes you walk super slowly. You can't walk very fast when you have it. These are the axolotls, and these are so cute, but they do hunt down glow squids and kill them. So there is also a brown one, which hasn't spawned in for me, so I can't get the brown one. But there is a blue, a pink, and a yellow at the moment. My favourite is the yellow because, well, the yellow looks so cute and it looks like a little ducky. And when you put them on the land, they walk really slow, and they always find water somewhere, which is kind of very cute. So if I spawned one in now, if I spawn an axolotl, it will always go to the water. If I spawn like an axolotl over here, it will go straight to water no matter where the water is. And they walk super slow, and they look so derpy, and they're so cute. Last but not least, or they will make tons of damage to you, are the goats. So the goats, there's a bit of a story with the goats for me. I tried to put them in this pen and it was too high all the way, but somehow they broke it and got out, or they jumped over it, either one. And yeah, they kind of are powerful. They look so cute. They can run super fast, and they're very naughty. They can knock you off mountains and can kind of kill you, and they cause lots of mayhem, but I think they're very cute also. And they have like, I like the design, the way they have all the scraggly fur. I wouldn't recommend having one as a pet, or it might just jump out of where it was, but it's cute and I love them. And I think my favourite new thing they have added are the candles, because I can do so much with them. I can decorate with them, and you're going to be seeing a lot of candles in my Panda Land episodes because candles are just so fun. So that's what I'm going to be using a lot. I think also I will use copper. I really want to use copper, and the slate too looks cool, but I think also this garden stuff looks so cool. And I think I would use all of this stuff. Especially these. These are so cool. These are glowberries, by the way. That's cool. So if you stand there long enough, it will, when it goes down and flops, then if you stay there till it goes back up, it makes you do this. It's quite funny. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you do something creative with this new update. Bye!